Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be another. I'm going to try to do this for maybe a few weeks. I'm just testing it out. It's me having fun, but it's my weekly challenge of cool covers in different genres, and just putting challenges out there to see, you know, what the comic community has in their collections, and maybe spark some discussion amongst people in the comic community. And this video, last week I did craziest covers. So I had like some horror and some violence and some just a weird wacky comics. And the one actually, with each week I do a poll. So I'll list like 10 comics, and then I'll do a poll of my own audience, and they'll pick what they think is the craziest comic. And other channels, if they want to participate, they can use the hashtag, the weekly hashtag. And there were a few other channels that participated, and they had some pretty good videos, and I thought it was pretty fun. But the winner for my channel, and this is based on the poll numbers, with 48% of the vote, was this one. Amputee Love. It was considered the craziest comic from last week. So I thought it is a pretty crazy comic. It's pretty weird, I must admit. So this was one, when I saw it, I had to buy it just because it's such a crazy comic. So Amputee Love, number one. That was the viewer's choice for the craziest comic from that list. Well, this week we have a new topic, a new theme. And this theme is women in power. So it's women kind of kicking butt. It is the kind of theme that I want to get within that cover. So it's women in power, kind of women kicking butt, women in action, that kind of theme. And I'm going to show you my 10, and I'm going to have girl power as the hashtag. So hashtag girl power. Covers, maybe girl power covers. So hashtag girl power covers. I'll put it up in my title. So that's going to be the theme. And just so you get the sense of what kind of covers I'm thinking, I'm going to show you my 10. And without further ado, let's get into some girl kicking butt kind of stuff. So we got Black Cat, and this is the judo cover. So she's doing her judo chop. It's really great. And she's like doing all these judo moves. It's just like, like really great action cover. And this is Black Cat number 9. It's just a really great action cover. So I think it's a cool action things. She's doing all these great judo moves. And I think this is, worthy of being on my top 10 list. So that's number 10 on my list. Another one that I thought was really great and worthy of being on this list at, somewhere, maybe near these comics are no particular order, to tell you the truth, this time. Like last time, I kind of put them in a bit of an order, but this time, I'll just show different ones that I think are kind of cool. So this is Firehair, a character that I really like from the Golden Age. And she's got like a little knife, a little wimpy knife, and she's fighting not one bear, but 2 bears, and she's kicking butt. She's like kicking one of them actually. And, it's just a really great girl just going crazy, fighting bears. So, I think that's pretty awesome. And in line with the theme that I'm kind of putting out there this week. So, girl power covers. Okay, so that one I thought was pretty great. Now this is kind of another version of girl power in a way. This is Avengers 83, and you see this is sort of like kind of an interesting one. This is like sort of a feminist girl power one. It's all right, girls. That finishes these male chauvinist pigs, and they're like dominating over all these male men. And it's like you got Valkyrie and the libertarians. Okay, so it's like that typical female empowerment, girl power kind of thing, where they're literally beating up all the guys. So you got all the female characters involved here. You got Black Widow, and you got Medusa, the Wasp down here, and Scarlet Witch. So I just think it's a great cover because it's got all the girls in action. Well, kind of after the fact of action, maybe, where they kind of beat up all the guys. So I thought this was a pretty cool comic to put on the list. So that's my next one. And I always like action comics where the girls kind of, or guy or whoever is doing the action is kind of swooping in and doing some kind of action stuff. And I thought this is kind of a comic that encapsulates that a bit. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Wonder Woman's first cover appearance where she's swooping in. It's almost like an homage to it. But I thought this is a really good one. You got Moon Girl and the Prince, and she's kind of swooping in. This is the Prince in the background. And it's not only, that fact that she's fighting against a girl that's shooting at her, but you have all these other girls, and they're kicking butt against the Prince. So I think that's kind of interesting. And it's the girl kind of saving the guy in this case. I thought that was quite interesting. So this is Moon Girl #1. And I just thought this was a great girl in power kind of action comic. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay. So next, same idea, a little bit more, girl actually saving the guy a bit. So we got Wonder Woman swooping in. She's deflecting bullets off her bracelets. And you got the two guys, they're shooting this guy's got a machine gun. And she's just, deflecting them off. And then you got the, her boyfriend, needing to be rescued. He's all in bondage, So I think that's, it's a pretty great cover. And it just happens to be the first appearance of the Huntress, too. So it's double coolness in that respect. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool that she's fighting against pirates. And I think this is a really great action, Golden Age kind of action cover. You'll notice a lot of Golden Age on my list here today because I always kind of like the Golden Age. So that was the first 5 comics on my list. Now the next 5, we got to get some Jungle Girls. Jungle Girls are the best. So I don't know what it is, but women always seem to have wimpy little knives. So, this is Rula, and and she's fighting probably a crocodile, and she's got like this wimpy little knife. You're fighting either bears with wimpy knives or you're fighting crocodiles with wimpy knives. I don't know what it is, but I just think this is such a great cover. She's not only like trying to stab the crocodile with the knife, but she's like, wrapped her legs around the crocodile and the crocodile's like, looks like he's gasping. He's like his mouth is wide open, his tongue sticking out, and it's just a really great cover. This is Rula 22. It's also a book that was mentioned in Seduction and Innocence, so another bonus to this book. And it's a girl in a bikini. Well, can't go wrong with that. So this is Rula 22, and it's just a really great girl action cover. I just think that's fun. And now we got to get some bad girls in here because I like bad girls. And I'm sticking with the Golden Age. I'm going pretty much all golden here. We got Black Phantom. This is Black Phantom. She's kind of like Catwoman level, kind of good girl, bad girl, a little bit of both. And here she's like, taking on 2 guys. One guy's like, trying to basically pin her down, but she's sneaky. She's stealing his gun and she's kicking the knife out of the other guy's hand. So, she's going to hold her own against these 2 guys. So I think it's kind of a cool action cover. And this is Black Phantom #1. This is her first series, I think. I think it was pretty cool. So this is from 1954 too. So nice golden age comic, right at the end of the golden age. So same kind of idea. One girl taking on two guys, basically. And we got Molly ODay, Super Sleuth. And this is just a really great comic. I really like the fact that somebody recommended this one to me. I just love the woman in the red dress. And she's looking, you know, like all dressed up. You know, she's ready to go out on the town. But she's not going to just, you know, be like some damsel in distress. She's like ready to be like a kind of kick-ass girl. And she's like, you know, she's got two guns. And she's like taking out one guy in front who's like, you know, oh, okay, I'm surrendering. And then the guy that's trying to sneak up behind her, she takes him out with a, you know, gun behind her back. Just such a great action comic cover. So this is number 8 on my list. So just a really great cover. And it's also the very first Avon comic. So that's kind of makes it even cooler. So, and her first appearance too. So Molly ODay, Super Sleuth. And that was number 1 of that. Now, girls and girl power, and I'm trying to keep to that theme and really make it a thing where it's not just one girl doing some badass stuff, but maybe a group of women and they're rising up. So I think this is a great women in power kind of cover. And it's a prison break. And it's just a bunch of women, like they're like, you know, they're taking on the security guards. They're, you know, they got guns and they're just like, you know, they're not taking any duff from these guys. You know, really old expression. I'm trying to like keep in the theme of golden age. And they're just like doing their thing. They're just like, you know, escaping. They're like climbing over the walls and they're like fighting against the guards and just a lot of cool action going on. And I just think it's a really great cover. It's Crimes by Women number 3. And actually this cover was such a actiony kind of crazy cover that it actually made the Seduction of the Innocent because, you know, Wortham thought that these women were just showing the worst elements of society, that they were like, you know, prison women, they were fighting against police, they were fighting against authority, and in a way that's why I think they're so cool. So they're being kind of cool. You know? Like try this, you lousy, try this in your belly, you louse. You know, like that's what they're saying. It's just really crazy. You know, they're just fighting and doing crazy stuff. So that's Crimes by Women number 3. And last, we gotta, you know, to really embrace that women in power, that women like have that deep down power and anger, maybe like, and sort of maybe a fury to them, is Miss Fury. And so this is just a really great Alex Schomburg cover. And I always like kind of like these action covers where, and Schomburg was the best at them. If you look at a lot of his timely stuff, it's just like these great action kind of craziness going on. And this is no different from that. This is like, she's swooping down. You got that swoop action even. Like, you know, I always like, as I said, the women swooping down or people swooping down and fighting against the bad guys. And she's like taking out one guy with her, you know, she's got these long legs and she's kicking out the 2 bad guys at once. Almost 3 bad guys. Look, 1, 2, 3, all in one fell swoop, you know. And then you got the other guy, he's panicked. He's just running away because she's just like kicking everyone's butt. So it's like just a really great comic cover. So this is Miss Fury number 1. And that's my, actually that's my favorite of this list. Miss Fury number 1. I think it's just the most kind of girl in power, kind of badass kind of situation. And this was my top list of comics. I mean, there's lots of great women in action kind of covers, and I'm really curious what the community is going to come back with, and I'd love to hear your comments below. What are other comics that should have made my list? Put the comments below, and if you want to make a video with your top 10 girls in power, girls in action kind of covers. I'd love to see them, and use the hashtag girl power covers. And let's have fun with this. So I'm going to try to do this every week. Tell me if you like the idea. I'm hoping that it'll be fun. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.